An environment can be termed as a man's nearest surrounding, which he can manipulate for his survival or actuality. If this surrounding is wrongly manipulated, it may lead to perilous situations, rising and making it tough for one's survival. Conflicts as an outcome of poorly managed milieu can hinder employees' productivity rate and call forth to low morale. This makes the workplace environment a very crucial determinant of employees' performance, spirit, and efficiency. Workplace environment has a direct impact on the human sense, which can either weaken or improve interpersonal interactions and development. As stated by Humphreys 2005, the quality of a workplace environment affects employees' performance and subsequently influences organizations' competitiveness. An effective workplace environment management entails that making work environment attractive, comfortable, satisfactory, and motivating will provide employees a sense of pride and purpose in what they do. Given this background, the researchers came up with a study entitled Workplace Environment and Job Performance, exploring its relationship among baristas in small-scale cafes of Dasmariñas City.
It is further described by Tahir Nawan in their 2015 that workplace environment is the condition of the surroundings where the actual work happens in order to achieve organizational goals, which also gives the very essence or meaning of the things that surrounds the employees, as stated by Razaul in 2014. While job performance is concerned with the employee's skills and abilities to accomplish a series of tasks in line with the organization's aims and objectives, as defined by Rotundo in 2002. It is preceded by Sinha in 2001 that one's work performance is dependent towards the eagerness and openness of the employees themselves. With all the points considered, several studies showed that there's a relationship between the two, particularly how workplace environment factors influence job performance. According to Boyce and co-authors in 2013, workplace environment factors such as lightings, noises, communication, location, as well as relationship among colleagues can have a tremendous effect towards the employee's behavior, performance, and productivity. With relevance to that, a poor working environment, which also includes inappropriate or incomplete office furnitures and equipments, as well as inadequate safety measures, can lead to having a badly designed workstation, which can be detrimental and can contribute to occupational diseases. This is proven with a study conducted by Bose, Pelletier, and Lynch in 2004, wherein the employee's rate of absenteeism is minimized or decreased when there's a safe and healthy workplace environment. So the purpose of this correlational study is to delve into the relationship between workplace environment and job performance among baristas in selected small-scale cafes around Dasmariñas City. At this point, a good workplace environment is considered as an influential factor that can improve the employee's performance to be fully equipped in today's competitive and dynamic corporate world. For the theoretical framework, the two-factor theory, also known as the motivation hygiene theory, was introduced in 1959 and developed in 1986 by Frederick Herzberg. The theory states that an employee's job satisfaction and dissatisfaction are influenced by two separate factors, namely motivation and hygiene factors. Motivation factors, are also known as intrinsic motivators, are found within the job content itself. This picks for intangible needs, which includes the employee's recognition, responsibility, achievement, advancement, and growth. On the other hand, hygiene factors, are also known as extrinsic motivators, are found within the job context. This pertains to tangible needs, which also includes good supervision, co-workers relations, working conditions, job security, and salary, which encompasses workplace environment. The Herzberg system works inversely because of the employee's expectations. The employees expect that these hygiene factors are present, so when they are missing, this can cause dissatisfaction. On the other hand, motivation factors can increase the level of satisfaction or motivation because it is not within the capacity of the employee's expectation.
The conceptual framework depicts how workplace environment and job performance correlate with each other. Work environmental factors such as temperature, location, lighting, noise, and facilities possess a direct influence on the employee's self-esteem, consciousness, efficiency, attendance, and even their interaction with one another. Moving on to the materials and methods employed in this study. This study used correlational design since its ultimate goal was to ascertain the significant and level of relationship between workplace environment and job performance. This design perfectly suited this research and was very effective since this exploration focused on finding the connection between the two.
For the sampling technique, the purposive sampling under non-probability method is used to collect the data needed from the respondents with their specific characteristics. These characteristics are essential in order to come up with the best results of the study. So the target respondents are the baristas, regardless of their gender, but they should be within 18 to 30 years of their age in order for us to assess that they're active and flexible enough to work. At the same time, they should have at least 2 years of working experience and currently working on the said occupation in order for the answers to be accurate.
This research was executed through the utilization of modified survey questionnaires, since there were some revisions of the questions used, adopted from questionnaires that are attached from different studies. The purpose of employing questionnaires was to obtain accurate data with maximum validity and reliability, and achieving information that are relevant to the objectives of the study. Specifically, 5-point Likert scale was used, since Myers 1999 claimed that it is deemed to be an excellent means of measuring the perception of the respondents towards an attribute. Here's the actual survey questionnaires that were given to the respondents, containing questions concerning workplace environment and job performance. This questionnaire originally came from a study entitled "The Effects of Workforce Diversity on the Employee's Performance at an Oil and Gas Company," which underwent through modification to fit the variables of this research.
For the data analysis, the correlational analysis is used to interpret the bivariate data in accordance with the strength and direction of its relationship. So with the correlational design, the Pearson product moment correlational coefficient, or also known as Pearson's R, is used to analyze the data. The computed score is also known as the correlational coefficient, is denoted by an R that will signify the relationship between variables. So if R is equals to +1, then there's a perfect positive correlation. If R is equals to an absolute 0, then there's no correlation. And if R is equals to -1, then there's a perfect negative correlation. At the same time, there are different ranges from 0 to +1 and 0 to -1 that will denote a different meaning or interpretation, such as strong positive correlation, moderate positive correlation, weak positive correlation, and vice versa.
For the results in discussion, it is shown in the table that the computed result of the variables displays an estimated value of 0.76, which is calculated using the Pearson R correlation analysis. Based on this method, when the computed result is closer to 1, it implies that there is a more positive correlation. On the other hand, those variables got a negative correlation when the calculated outcome is closer to -1. Since 0.76 is adjacent to 1, it indicates that there is a strong positive correlation between workplace environment and job performance. This graph conveys the linear relationship between workplace environment and job performance. In correlation analysis for plotted points, ascending lines means that there exists a positive correlation. Descending formation with a negative correlation, while scattered plots denotes that there is no any correlation present. As seen in the figure, the dotted points plotted are in close proximity with one another and also shows an ascending lines. Therefore, there is a strong positive correlation between the two variables. Hence, the more conducive and organized the workplace is, the more preeminent the employees are as a result of their job performance.
Based on the findings of the researchers were able to determine the conclusion that will answer the statement of the problems presented. First, is there any significant relationship between workplace environment and job performance among baristas in small-scale cafes of Dasmariñas City? Yes, there is a significant relationship between workplace environment and job performance among baristas in small-scale cafes of Dasmariñas City. And second, what is the level of relationship between workplace environment and job performance among baristas in small-scale cafes of Dasmariñas City? With a computed score of 0.76, which is close to 1, this means that there's a strong positive relationship between workplace environment and job performance among baristas in small-scale cafes of Dasmariñas City. Lastly, for the recommendations, the research study is useful and is recommended towards the employees in order for them to be an instrument when it comes to maintaining a healthy workplace environment, and at the same time for the owners in order for them to assess the quality of their services and also to take appropriate courses of actions in having a conducive working environment. It is also recommended towards the entrepreneurs in order for them to use the research study as a guide when it comes on planning and putting up a business that will consider workplace environment as a vital factor. And lastly, for the future researchers, in order for them to use the research study for expounding researches with regards to workplace environment and job performance.
Here are the list of researches theses, and dissertations that helped the researchers to achieve this study. In behalf of our research group, we are expressing our gratitude for your time and effort in scrutinizing this research. Thank you.